So let us start with question 1, which states 1/4 plus 2/3 of 2/4 minus 3/10 all over 5/6 plus 22/39 times 1/2/11. We apply board mass. We start with brackets. We're going to deal with the numerator first of all. There are no brackets, so we go to the off. So it's going to be 2/3 multiplied by is 8, 9 9/4. That gives us by 3, 1 by 3, 3 by 2, 1 by 2, 2. That's 3/2. This has given us 3/2. So we go to the next. It's going to be addition. It's going to be, this is 9/5 plus 9/5. Going to give us LCM of 10. That is going to be 5, 15 plus 2, 18. That is 33/10. 33/10 minus 3/10. 3/10 going to equivalent of 33 minus 3. That is going to give us 30/10, which is equivalent to 3. So in the numerator we have 3. So 22/39 multiplied by 13/11 by 11/1 by 11/2 by 13/1 by 13/3. That gives us 2/3 plus 5/6. It's going to be equivalent to 6 as the LCM. This gives us 2, and then that's 4 plus 5. That's 9/6. Okay, so we are having 9/6 as the denominator and 3 as the numerator. So it's saying take 3 divided by 9/6. It's the same as 3 multiplied by 6/9, which is 18/9, which gives us 3. So the answer for the first question is 3. Let's move on to the second question. The second question reads, let me set it. The second question reads, 2 bells ring at intervals of 35 and 42 minutes respectively. 35 minutes for bell 1 and 42 minutes for bell 2. The bells ring together at 8:48 a.m. 8:48 a.m. Determine the time when the bells will ring together again. So this is quite simple. What you're supposed to look for is the LCM between 35 and 42, and you do it like this: 35 and 42. Let's look for LCM of 2 first of all. It's going to be 35, is going to be 21, and then 7 is going to be 5, is going to be 3, and 5 is going to be 1, is going to be 3, and then 3 is going to be 1 and 1. So it's 2 multiplied by 7 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 3. That gives us 14. 14 by 5, I believe it's 70. Yes, 70. 70 by 3 is 210. So they're going to ring together again after 210 minutes, which is the same as 3 hours 3 hours 180 plus 30, 3.5 hours. Okay, so if they had run together at 8:48 a.m., you add 3 hours 30 minutes, okay, that gives us an 8. It's going to give us a 7 minus 6, it's going to be a 1, then carry that 1 here, so this is going to be 8, 9, 12. It's going to be 12:18 p.m. Okay, so that's how you do the second question. We are at now the third question, which says complete the figure below to show a rotational symmetry of order 3 about O. So the figure looks something like this. Let me first of all give you a perspective of what rotational symmetry is. Rotational symmetry, for example, if you are given a square and you are told to search for its rotational symmetry around its center point, which is O, what they are actually asking of you is, what the question is actually asking of you is, this square, how many times when you rotate it around 360 degrees will it fit into itself again? For example, this is the upside. When you take it and rotate it up to 90 degrees, this upside will come here and it will fit into itself correctly. Then you rotate it 180, it's going to come here and it will fit exactly to itself. Then you rotate it 270, it's going to come here, the upside, going to fit it to itself. Then you rotate it 360 degrees, it's going to come back to where it was. So this along the point whereby it is at its center, and it's supposed to be, if it's how can I say this, if this is a square, it's going to be having order 4. Okay, so what we have been given here is something that is like this. And this is the center point. And you're being told to complete the diagram such that when you rotate whatever you will have formed, it's going to give you a rotation symmetry of order 3. So it got me scratching my head for a little while, but I got it. You're going to make 180 degrees this side, and then 180 degrees this side. Not 180. 360 divided by 3 is 120. So this is going to be 120 degrees. This is going to be 120 degrees. This is going to be 120 degrees. And so if you rotate it till it comes here, it's going to look like this. If you rotate it till it comes here, it's going to look like this. If you rotate it, it comes here, it's going to look like that. So it's going to be what? It's going to be having a rotation symmetry of order 3 about the point O. So that's how we deal with that question. We go to question 4. Question 4 says that solve 5/3 minus 2x, which is less than 1 minus 2/3x less than or equal to 2 minus x. What you're supposed to do is you first of all deal with this inequality. After dealing with this inequality, then you come and deal with this inequality, right? So we're going to start with dealing with this inequality this side, these two. So we have 5 over 3 minus 2x, which is less than 1 minus 2 over 3x. We're going to have the like terms together. So I'm going to take 5 over 3 minus 1 on this side, which is going to be minus 5 over 5, which is less than minus 2 over 3x plus 2x, right? Okay. This is supposed to be 3 over 3, I'm sorry. 3 over 3. Because the denominator is 3. The numerator is what is 5. 3 over 3. So let's work it out. This is going to give us 2 over 3. It's less than, when we do this, 2 over 1 equals to give us 3 here. Going to be negative 2x plus is going to be 6x, going to be 4x all over 3. That gives us 4x all over 3. Let's just confirm again. We have 5 over 3. We bring this to the other side, is going to be minus 3 over 3. We take this to the other side, is going to be minus 2 over 3x plus 2x, right? It's going to be having 3 as the LCM. Then we're going to check there, we have negative 2x. There we're going to have 6x. We're going to have 4x all over 3. And hence 2 over 3 is less than 4 over 3x. But now we want to have x on its own, so it's going to be multiplied by 3 over 4 multiplied by 3 over 4. So x is equivalent to, this is 1, 2, 1, 1. A half is less than x. So since a half is less than x, we go on to check the other inequality, which is 1 minus 2 over 3x we have 1 minus 2 over 3x which is less than or equal to minus x. So what do? We put the like terms together. We're going to bring 1 the other side. We're going to have minus 2 over 3x plus x being less or equal to 2 minus 1. So we're going to have 2 over 3 plus this. It's going to give us plus 2, 3 x plus x is 2, 3 is 1 minus 2x equals to x over 3. Okay. x over 3 is less than or equal to 1, which means x is less than or equal to 3. So we are having this inequality, and we are also having this inequality here. So we combine them, whereby now we are having half is less than x, and also x itself is less than or equal to 3. So the question was saying, hence list the integral values. The question was saying, hence list the integral values that satisfy the inequalities. The integral values that satisfy the inequalities. What they're actually saying is, according to the range of a half, 2, 3, you're supposed to look for whole numbers. So the whole numbers are going to be 1, the other one is going to be 2, the other one is going to be 3. The reason we are including 3 is because here it's less than or equal to 3. So those are the answers. I hope you can see the whole working. We started here and we went down up to here. Okay. Now we go to number 5. Number 5 says, the size of two interior angles of an irregular polygon each measure 90 degrees. All the other remaining interior angles each measure 150 degrees. Determine the number of sides of the polygon. Okay, so this one, what we have to know is all exterior angles add up to all exterior angles add up to 360 degrees. Okay, so for example, if we have, let's say we have a square, this is 90, this is 90, this is 90, this is 90. If you were to look for the exterior angles, we would start like this, like this, like this. So this is the exterior angle, which is 90. This one is the exterior angle, which is 90. This is the exterior angle, which is 90. This is the exterior angle, which is 90. 90 plus 90 plus 90 gives us 360 degrees. Whatever, even if you took a heptagon and then you extrapolated the lines, you would still get 360 degrees. Decagon the same. So this can also be applied to both regular and irregular polygons. All polygons have exterior angles that add up to 360 degrees. So the other thing is, the sum of interior angles are given by n minus 2 multiplied by 180. So for example, if you are having a three-sided figure, you will fit 3 in here. So 3 minus 2 is going to give you 1. 1 plus times 180 is 180. If you are having a four-sided figure, if you fix 4 here, it's going to be 4 minus 2 multiplied by 180 is going to give you 360 degrees. And you know all four-sided figures add up to 360 degrees. Okay, so how I did this question, I just visualized something. I said, they are saying the size of two interior angles of an irregular polygon each measure 90 degrees. So I knew we had to have something that has 90 degrees on one side and then 90 degrees on the other side, regardless of how the shape looks like on the other sides, right? So this is 90, this is 90. Okay, so we have two interior angles which are 90. The rest of the polygon can look the way it wants to look like. I didn't even want to know how many sides it had. Okay, I just know that there are two sides which are what? which are both 90. Okay, so the size of the two interior angles of an irregular polygon each measure 90 degrees. All the other remaining interior angles each measure 150 degrees. Okay, so since we know we have 90 here and we have 90 here, so it means the exterior angle, if you were to go like this, we go like this, this, it's going to come up to here. So this exterior angle is 90 degrees, this exterior angle is 90 degrees. So we already have 180 degrees covered for, right? We are now left with 360 degrees minus 180 degrees to be distributed amongst the other angles. Okay, and now the other angles, we know that they measure 150 degrees. For example, let's take this to be 150 degrees. Okay, let's take it to be 150 degrees. If it's 150 degrees, it means now if we subtend the angle, whatever angle is left is 30 degrees. Okay, so these 30 degrees, a number of them have to be added up so that they give us the 180 degrees which is left. So it's going to be 180 degrees divided by 30 degrees, which says we are left with other 6 sides. So the 6 sides which are regular on their sides, which have each 150 degrees, plus these 2 sides which are 90-90, we have other 2 sides. In total we have 8 sides. Okay, that's how we did that question. Rather, that's how I did that question. Let's go to question number 6. In a race, Kcse maintained an average speed of 5 meters per second when he was 310 meters to the finishing line. Mutunga was 50 meters behind him. However, Mutunga finished the race 10 meters ahead of Kcse. Okay, so this one, it needed a little bit of thinking. So for example, we have a track, right? We have a track, and on this track we are having the finish line. Okay, hooray, finish. After we have the finish line, the other one is we are having a distance of 310 meters where Kcse was. Kcse. Okay, Kcse is there. So Kcse is at 310 meters from the finish line, and now he starts moving at an average speed of 5 meters per second. He's moving at 5 meters per second. That is his speed. And then we are told that Mutunga was 50 meters behind him. So let's say we have Mutunga here. This is 50 meters, right? We have Mutunga here. So Mutunga is at a distance 360 meters from the finish line. Okay, now we are told determine Mutunga's average speed, right? We are told to determine Mutunga's average speed. So Mutunga also was moving at an average speed once he got 360 meters from the finish line, right? Now remember, the average speed of Mutunga is 5 meters per second. Of Kcse, I'm sorry. Average speed of Kcse is that. Average speed of Mutunga is x meters per second. Okay. So how do we deal with this? How I went around the problem is the trick, as I believe it, was here. They are saying, however, Mutunga finished the race 10 meters ahead of Kcse. If he finished the race 10 meters ahead of Kcse, it means that Kcse finished the race 2 seconds after Mutunga had finished the race. Are you with me? You see, first of all, let's calculate how long Kcse took to finish the race at this point, right? He was at the 310 meters mark, right? He's traveling at 5 meters per second, okay? So 310 meters divided by 5 meters per second, that's going to give us how many seconds? It's going to give us I don't want to do it with my head. Let me just take a calculator. 310 divided by 5. That gives us 62 seconds. Okay? So Mutunga took 62 seconds to finish the race. If he took 62 seconds to finish the race, and we are being told that this other guy who is called Mutunga finished the race what? Finished the race with 10 meters distance ahead. So it means when this guy was at 10 meters to the line, Mutunga had already crossed the line. Mutunga had already crossed the line. And if you take the logic that this guy is still traveling at 5 meters per second, it means Mutunga finished the race, and then now it took him 2 more seconds to go and finish the race. Okay? And he took a total of 62 seconds. Okay? If he took 62 seconds, I believe where we are getting 62 seconds is clearer. Maybe there afterwards is where it gets a little bit fuzzy. But if you take whereby Kcse is traveling at 5 meters per second and he has a distance of 310 meters from the finish line, it's definite that he's going to take 62 seconds to finish the race. Okay? The other point is that when he was at the other point is that Mutunga finished the race with a distance of 10 meters from where Kcse was. So it means when Kcse was 10 meters from the finish line, Mutunga had already finished the race. So it means it took him 2 more seconds to finish the race. Now, it means Mutunga finished the race with 2 less seconds than Kcse. So how much time did Mutunga take? Mutunga took 62 minus 2, which is 60 seconds. Okay? He took exactly 1 minute to cover his distance, whereby he went and passed Kcse, and then he left Kcse with a distance of 10 meters when he finished the race. And now you ask yourself, what distance was he covering? He was actually covering 360 meters, because there's the 310 meters plus the 50 meters, that's 360 meters. So 360 meters divided by 60 seconds means he was traveling at 60 meters per second. That one was a little bit tricky, but a good question. Let's go on. Another question is number 7. Simplify this. You're told to simplify this. 4 plus 2y into bracket squared minus 2y minus 4 squared. Okay, so we are going to start with this section first of all. So it's going to be 4 plus 2y into bracket 4 plus 2y. That gives us 16 plus 8y plus 8y plus 4y squared. Okay, so this is this equivalent. Then we do this. Okay, it's going to be 2y minus 4 multiplied by 2y minus 4, right? that's going to give us 4y squared. Okay, that's 4y squared minus 8y, and then minus 8y plus 16. But remember, all of this has a negative in front of it. Okay, so when we open it up, you're going to have 16 plus 16y plus 4y squared, then minus 4y squared. Then this is going to be minus 16y multiplied by a negative plus 16y, and then that's going to be minus 16. So minus 16 cancels with minus 16, and then we have plus 4y cancels with minus 4, and then we have 16y plus 16y. That's going to give us 32y. So that's the answer. Okay, good. Let's go to the next question, and it's going to be the final question for this video. Question number 8. It says a table is sold at 4,500 shillings and a chair is sold at 2,000 Kenyan shillings. A salesman earns a commission of 8% on every table and 5% on every chair sold. On a certain week, he sold 3 more chairs than tables, and his total earnings were 3,980 shillings. Determine the number of chairs he sold that week. Right? So we can say that tables are given by an arbitrary value x. Okay. Now he says he sold 3 more chairs than tables. So if these are tables, then chairs are going to be the number of tables plus 3 more extra, x plus 3, right? And now let's see about the commission. The commission is that for every table he earns 8% of 4,500, which is 360 degrees, and for every chair he earns 5% of 2,000, that is 100 shillings. So it means he sold x tables, so x tables multiply by the value of the commission he gets, so that's 360x plus the number of chairs, which is x plus 3 multiplied by 100, gave him a total of what? 3,980. Okay, so we have 360x plus 100x plus 300 is equals to 3980. That means that we have 460x is equals to 3980 minus 300. So 460x is equivalent to, let me do it in my calculator, 3980 minus 300, that gives us 3680. So 460 divided by 460, so the number of tables was divided by 460, there were 8. Okay, there were 8 tables. Remember, chairs were 3 more. Okay, so chairs was 8 plus 3 were 11 chairs. Okay, that is how we did that question. Now we are going to do the next section in the next video. Watch out for it.